Have you ever heard of a famous American businessman and inventor who played a key role in the success of Apple computers and the development of revolutionary new technology, such as the iPod, the iPad, and the MacBook? Stephen Jobs was born in San Francisco, California in 1955 to two university students by the names of Joanne Schneibel and John Jandali. They were both unmarried at the time, and Stephen was put up for adoption. He was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs, whom he always considered to be his real parents. Stephen's father, Paul, encouraged him to experiment with electronics in their garage at a young age. Steve Jobs attended a local school in California and later enrolled at Reed College in Portland, Oregon. His education was characterized by excellent test results and potential, but he struggled with formal education, and his teachers reported that he was a handful to teach. At the Reed College, he attended a calligraphy course, which fascinated him. He later said that this course was instrumental in Apple's multiple typefaces and proportionally spaced fonts. In 1976, a man named Wozniak invented the first Apple computer. Jobs, Wozniak, and another man named Ronald Wayne then set up the Apple computers. In the very beginning, these Apple computers were sold out of Jobs' parents' garage. Over the next few years, Apple computers expanded rapidly as the market for home computers began increasingly sufficient. 8 years from then, in the year of 1984, Jobs designed the very first Macintosh. It was the first commercially successful home computer to use a graphical user interface based on Xerox PARC's mouse driver interface. This was an important milestone in home computing, and the principle has become key in later home computers. A year later, in 1985, removed from his managerial duties, Jobs resigned and left Apple, and said that getting fired from Apple was one of the best things that happened to him. From leaving Apple, Jobs founded Next Computers. This was never really successful because it failed to gain mass sales. In the 1990s, Next software was used as a framework in web objects used for Apple stores and iTunes stores. In the year of 1996, Apple then bought Next for $429 million. Jobs earned respect and success from Pixar as well, a computer graphical company. Disney contracted Pixar to create films such as Toy Story, A Bug's Life, and Finding Nemo. Apple has been rated #1 in America's most admired companies. Jobs has said that when he was 23, he was worth $1 million. By the age of 24, he was worth $10 million. And by the age of 25, he was worth over $100 million. Unfortunately, Jobs didn't live that long. He died from growing ill health in 2011 at age 56. But there is one thing that he said specifically, which is a very important quote said in Wall Street. Jobs told us that being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night, saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. I think that is a great quote said by Jobs, and the question is why I chose to speak about Steve Jobs. Well, simply is because the man has done something that no one else has done before. He has thought outside of the box and created one of the world's largest companies, and even in other countries besides America, I bet Apple's taken over everywhere, whether it be the iPod, the iPad, the computer, Macintosh even. I just hear great things about all this technology from the company Apple because it's just so big and everything it's accomplished over the years, and with Jobs helping, it really made everything a lot better and definitely a lot sufficient because he got it going out through his garage. And this really fascinates me too, because I don't even have anything Apple made, but I hope one day too. I see all my friends got it, and it just makes me want to get one. Just oh, that's cool. Now I can look back and be like, yeah, Steve Jobs, that was the man that did this, and it's something I'll remember and know from looking this up and diving deep into it, and no one else will know. And I know who Steve Jobs really is.